Everybody, welcome back to the Flannel Channel. I'm excited because today is my second ever LS swap on this 1965 Chevy pickup. We're going to pull the old small block Chevy out, get rid of the carburetor and all that stuff. We're going to put fuel injection on it. It's 5.3. It's going to be a Holley system. That's the plan. It belongs to my boss's dad. There's another video just kind of introducing this truck to you further down on my channel if you go digging for it. It's one of my first videos. Kind of cringe. Anyway, this is part one of a multi-step process that we're going to go through, and so follow along on stage one. We're going to start ripping this thing out, so here we go. So if you didn't go find the other video, this is it. Is obviously a build that was kind of done in the 90s, and you know, it's got some cool stuff to it. Digital dash, overdrive transmission, air conditioning, cruise control. You did a great job. I love the wood bed in this thing. The color is just amazing. I think it just sits on like lowered knuckles, maybe springs. I'm not really sure. Let's see if we can do that one-handed. That's the engine that's going to come out. He was told it's a 350 that's been warmed up with like a cam intake, you know, probably the Performer RPM series. I'm not really sure, but it runs and drives just fine, but he would like an LS. So probably won't end up using the cruise control again. I'm not really sure about that, but yeah, power brakes. It's a good donor for the project, so should be cool. Here's our junkyard 5.3, and pretty standard of what you would get out of a pickup truck or something like that. So Clay already started disassembly and cleaning parts up, prepping it for paint, stuff like that. So I'm not sure yet what he's going to do for things like exhaust and motor mount and intake, things like that, what pieces he's leaving stock, what he's going to update. He does plan to leave this transmission in the truck. So I honestly haven't even looked to see what tranny that is, but that's it. And so he'll probably need an adapter to bolt that up to the tranny, and he'll probably do long tube headers again, I would think, but I'm not really sure. We'll find out more. But for today, I'm just gonna probably drain some fluids on it, and it'll be something I start on in the morning tomorrow. It's gonna be a snow day, so take advantage of it and start ripping into this winter project. This is another winter project. Some of you might remember this from an early video that I did with my son. This used to belong to my oldest son, Jacob, and he sold it to Brian. And runs awesome. I think he's putting, I don't know, suspension pieces on it or something. So it's probably going to be a busy space in here tomorrow on the snow day. Working on that and ripping that engine out. But for tonight, I got to wash the salt off my semi. So yeah, all right, enough talk. Let's get to it. Out with the old. We'll cool. Now that that thing is on the ground, we can concentrate on getting everything cleaned up and ready for the new power plant. So Clay told me he's got motor mounts ordered up and the adapter for the transmission, things like that. I marked any of the factory wiring and things for the digital dash as we disconnected things, so I have powers and grounds marked out. And yeah, so not so bad pulling old stuff out. There's always a couple pieces that fight on the way out, but we won't be using mechanical fan. That'll be electric fans on the radiator. Clay told me he'd like to reuse this radiator. It stayed nice and cool with the V8 in it, and so yeah, should be just fine. Cool tank on the side. I like that. We'll reuse that too. And just a whole bunch of hot rod parts that probably won't get used on this project ever again, but time for the more modern, efficient stuff. Yeah. Hey, I'm gonna just assume that there's folks in the comments that are saying the ever-present question of why? Why are you doing this? Why would you do this? And well, there's a million different reasons why to switch to an LS. I don't need to go into all those, but more power, less weight, simple fuel injection. There's a whole bunch of reasons, but the LS, it's been out for over 20 years now, and it's way more bang for the buck. And it's lighter with aluminum heads, so whole lot of advantages there to go into that. Updating a lot of things on the way. So yep, that's the quick and simple reason why. But this is going in a race car, I believe. This thing has already seen the pressure washer once, but I'm going to get in there and do just a little bit more with a bucket of hot soapy water and a scrub brush, and do a little bit more thorough that way. And you can see I have a plastic bag around the cruise control module because I really don't want to get that wet. Not sure if we're going to reuse it or not, but best to make sure. So yeah, just, you know, a little bit of effort can go a long ways in here, and I'm sure we're going to have to clean multiple times, but it's about getting layers off, right? All right, time to jump in. Where's my step stool? There we go. Light as a feather. Now, if I do this right, I should be able to just stand in the bay and do some scrubbing. Pressure washer did get a lot of this already, but there's no substitute for hand scrubbing with a brush and hot soapy water, if you can get in there. All right, well, that does it for this episode. Thanks for coming along. Next time, you're probably going to see us working on the 5.3, getting that thing painted and prepped and ready to go and drop in this truck here. And you'll get to see the fuel injection system that Clay chose. So anyway, thanks for supporting the channel, everybody. Peace and grease.